Hi, welcome back. Nigel here, and I'm going to talk today about listening. And as I start to talk about listening, I'm going to combine an element from two different videos that I've made. The first one about remembering to pause, and also from what I was saying in Significant People about a teacher of mine called Rachel Pinney. And Rachel is the person who first taught me the basics, the elements of what I'm going to be sharing with you right now. So, what happens to us in listening? Most of the time is we don't think about it. We just get on, we do it, we have conversations with other people. But occasionally, if we're pressured or if we're dealing with something contentious, whilst the other person is talking, our brains get fairly busy thinking about our responses to the person and what we want to say back to them. Sometimes also something else that can happen is while somebody's talking to us, lots of feelings are coming up within us, and those feelings sometimes get in the way of us being clear about what it is that we want to communicate and how we want to communicate that. And my guess is most of us have had a mixture of experiences of either not having the right words or blurting something out, or it can get messy, and the conversations can get messy. And that's fine. A certain amount of mess is fine. But occasionally it's useful to be able to just do something and to create a bit of a structure that gives us some help in actually communicating slightly differently. So let me describe the technique to you. My suggestion is that you start by practicing this, and practice it with taking perhaps a 90-second chunk. So what happens in that 90-second chunk between you and the other person is one person is the listener and one person is the talker. And the listener's job for the first 90 seconds is to stay quiet. Stay quiet and be a good listener. You can nod, you can encourage, but just stay quiet. During that 90 seconds, the talker will be talking about whatever the topic is. It might be, what I'm struggling with during lockdown. It might be what I'd like to be able to do once we're free to move around. So, use a timer, use a phone, use a clock, whatever it is, use a timer, and the talker gets 90 seconds to speak about that topic. And when the timer goes off, the listener's job is to try and reflect back to the talker what they have said. And as the listener, try not to interpret, try not to add anything new into the dialogue, just reflect back to the talker what they've said, and include some of their feelings. If they've spoken some feelings, try and get the key bits of information. And when you've finished reflecting, what I suggest that you do is that you say to the talker, did I get that right? Did I miss out anything that was important? And allow them to then correct you or add to it. And what will probably happen at that point is that you'll fall into a conversation, and just let that conversation happen. And it may be after that conversation, particularly if you're dealing with an issue where you both have alternate views, perhaps the other person, the person who was the listener becomes the talker, the person who was the talker becomes the listener, and you just swap over and you do it. You can do this between children, you can do it between parents and children, you can do it between adults. It just gives a structure and a framework that allows somebody to have to pay attention to what the speaker is talking about. And it's a discipline. It's a discipline, and it takes some practice. So my suggestion is practice. Take some time. And I'd really love to hear how you get on. So if you're listening to this video, if you're having a go at it, let me know your successes. Let me know what your struggles are. If you're really struggling with it and it feels like it's something that's useful, I'm here and available to offer coaching and clarity conversations, which I'll be talking about in some new videos. So it'd be great to hear back from you. So let me just check what I've told you to do. What I'm asking you to do is to practice listening in defined chunks. And I'm suggesting starting with a 90-second chunk where one person talks, the other one listens silently, and then reflects. Have a go. If you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button, and more videos on the way. Thank you.